coming to you live from somewhere around the world.
He is the greatest streamer we have ever seen in our generation.
It's the one, the only.
Live from the heart of Mexico.
It's your boy. It's your boy Amreezy, one of the greatest intros on YouTube.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy. It's your boy.
It's your boy. It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy, Amreezy, and I'm back with another Road to Sorare Boss episode where we follow my journey in the wonderful world of Sorare. Welcome, welcome. Sit down, get comfortable, take your shoes off, slippers on, pajama bottoms on, maybe, depends on the climate. Get comfortable, make yourself a cup of tea, sit back. Let's chat Sorare. Don't sit back too much that you don't chat Sorare. Jump in the chat. Let's chat Sorare. We've got some belters in the chat to start off with. We'll get there. I can only show Clips Hubs' comment because the others were typed before I had activated my chat highlights service. SR Monkey. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, SR Monkey. The haircut is coming along. It's coming along. I've not touched the top. The top is just I'm trying to grow it out, but I did trim the sides just to make it look a bit more human. It was a bit microphone head. Now it's a bit more human. Good luck with your trim. Good luck with your trim, mate. I've got some exciting MFL content ideas that I'm cooking up, but all will be revealed on tomorrow's stream with James. Stay tuned to that if you like MFL. But if you like Sorare, welcome. I like to play Sorare on a little bit of a budget. Don't spend too much dollar. Well, you know, compared to some people I do. If you ask Dollar Club, I spend loads of money. He only spends 3 players. But yeah, I am cracking along with my budget strategy, having fun, playing K-League this time of the year. That's my new league, K-League. Not hit streak number 1 yet. Don't worry, I bought early access cards as well. Still not hit streak number 1 in K-League. 3 weeks in. Early access cards bought. Still not hit streak number 1. It's a monkey. You cheeky sausage. You cheeky sausage. SR Monkey, aka the Han Solo of MFL. What does that mean? All will be revealed. Right. So, what's happening in the world? Well, first of all, I just want to check these little comments that we had in the chat before. Looking for food says he's here for the K-League pain. How dare you? Looking for food? How dare you? And Kerry managed some leaderboard cash for the first time. Live scenes of Kerry right now. Live scenes of Kerry right now. Should we start off by seeing how Kerry did that? How did Kerry win live cash? $34 apparently. $21 in MLS in season. Oh, is this MLS in? Yeah, MLS in season with a cheeky classic goalkeeper here. Classic goalkeeper, in-season cards outfield. And I mean, some of these, they don't even have faces yet. 21, that's congrats. Congrats, Kerry. We've got a tier 2 card from All-Star. The Union SG cards paying off. Big scores, big scores. La Liga, just to make me feel really bad about my La Liga woes. Here's how to do it. Here's how to do it with cards that I kind of think I have some of these. But, oh wait, that's 500. That's essence. That's not cash. That's not cash. I thought they were in order of cash. A streak hit here in La Liga. What's that? Streak number 1. I'm back to streak 0. A streak hit here in Bundesliga in season. Cash. 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 It all adds up. It all adds up. Fair play, Kerry. Fair play. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. I mean, not as much as SR Monkey. Should we have a quick look if David's still here? Jesus. Look at this from the big man, David. 1,456 smackers heading his way. Second in Premier League Division 1 in season. Congrats, David. Live scenes of David right now. SR Monkey smashing it. Cunha coming good. Sobers life. I mean, when you look at it like this, you're like, yeah, Obviously, that lineup did well, but few will have built it. Few will have maybe gone Cunha. Few will have maybe put the captaincy on Fernando. You've got a nice blend of 3 different teams here as well, which again, other people won't have done. Maybe you got the 2% club bonus here. 2 Arsenal, 2 Man United, 1 Liverpool. Club bonus as well. That is how you do it. That is how we do it. Assuming, yeah, not locked up yet, 1 game to go. I mean, I guess some people will have seen Brentford, that Brentford fixture, and gone for a few Brentford boys at home to Wolves. But I'm thinking they won't score like 70, 60s. You know, a good score for a Brentford player might be 60. Won't be like 91. But you never know. You never know. Yeah, let's not count our chickens yet. There's $100 here. I'm basically showing people this just so we can see some success on the channel, and it's not all Amreezy missing streak number 1s. First in All-Star so far, as it stands. First in All-Star as well. That's nice. Beautiful. Beautiful lineups. Third here. Third in All-Star here. All-Star, you done quite well in All-Star. Second, third, first. It's been a good week for All-Star. 42 contender in season. You got a couple of Dynamo Zagreb boys too. I went with all of my Schalke boys this week. Again, this is how to have played it, everyone. Beautiful. Beautiful numbers. And a fair bit of essence. A fair bit of essence being churned over there. So good luck with that, David. Hope the rest of that works out for you. Now let's see how that's how you should have played Sorare, everybody. How to play Sorare. How not to play Sorare. Well, let's have a look at my lineups. So we went Premier League in season, and Gibbs White let us down, really. I mean, like, these 4 did okay. Cherky at 53 wasn't great. Cherky didn't play. But we always knew that was going to be a risk. He was 50-50. And as it worked out, he didn't play. They're probably still dreaming that they can beat Real Madrid in the second leg of the Champions League, Man City. So, you know, all power to them. God loves a trier, but I think you're out of that one. Or are they? Where's the second leg? Is the second leg in Manchester? Where's the second leg? Second leg is... okay, it's at home. They need a 3-0 win to take it to extra time. I mean, maybe. Maybe. So, yeah, Cherky let me down. Gibbs White let me down. You know, goalkeeper and these 2 did all right. We saw David's lineup. He had Cunha and Gabriel. They worked for him. It's just that he didn't go for Cherky and Gibbs White alongside them. He went for better football players. So, something I can maybe learn from. So, this lineup, at least he didn't get relegated from Division 1. Silver linings. Silver linings, didn't get relegated from Division 1. And 260 essence. 260 essence. And then Chelsea let me down like they have been doing quite a lot lately, actually. Both in Sorare and real life. Letting down my heart in real life. Letting down my finances in Sorare. So this was just a bag of piss, wasn't it? Pedro, Caicedo, Sanchez, nothing. Average scores all around. So surprised it didn't get relegated. 5th in common. So, you know. Clips, timber injuries, also a bit sad. Oh, yeah. How long? Do we know how long the time frame is on that? I used to have a timber. I think I got rid of it. No, I had a Saliba and got rid of it. Clips, you also said you had a good game week, didn't you? You had so much potential, but unfortunately, 2 of your starting goalkeepers. Clips, what is your Sorare username? I'll add you. Let me add you to my circle. People who regularly chat on the channel, they get rewarded by being added to my circle. So if you're watching this in the future and you're thinking, oh, I'd love to be in Amreezy's Sorare circle, where when I have a game week of note, he can pull it up and talk about it. Well, all you have to do is just join in the chat now and again, and I'll add you. So Clips, you've met that threshold now. It's been like a week or 2 of you joining in, helping us out, giving good tips. So yeah. Common. La Liga in season. Once again, loss pain continues. Loss pain piles on itself. I thought Villarreal away at Deportivo Alaves could be a good game. I've been distracted. I've been distracted because I saw the Circle of Trust. Then I thought of Robert De Niro in Meet the Parents. It's a Circle of Trust. Greg. No, wait. Let me get into De Niro. You talking to me? You talking to me? The Circle of Trust. Greg. I hate some things too, okay? It's a Circle of Trust. Shout out to anyone that knows Robert De Niro. Other actors are available like Al Pacino, Reece James. Oh. Just everything about Chelsea is going downhill. Like, Rossini took over and we had like a week or two of optimism. Like, oh, wait, maybe Rossini is a good manager. Maybe this is actually going to work out. Maybe Maresca out, Rossini in. Hang on. You know, we're doing all right. We're only losing to Arsenal. We're doing all right against everyone else. And then now it's like injury, defeat, out of the Champions League. Not going to make Champions League football at this rate. Everything's going wrong. Captain's injured again. After he'd gone so long without an injury. Reece James, I think this is the longest he's gone without an injury. So we were beginning to get delirious. I was beginning to feel hope. Oh, absolutely. A weekend of rubbish refs. I never like to whinge about the refs, but the Chelsea game had some penalties that maybe could have been given. And we gave the ref a team huddle before the game. You would have thought the ref would have given us a few solids. I think because we did a team huddle around the ref before the game, the ref thought, I have to now give decisions against Chelsea. Otherwise, this is going to look hella suspicious. So, yeah, but bad refereeing decisions all over the place. Okay, we've got Clips' username. Well, I'm glad I asked for that because I would never have guessed from Clips Hub that would have been your username. Let's do a cheeky copy paste from the YouTube chat. Copy. Let's have a look at this lineup that narrowly cost you. Clips, are you from Netherlands? Because, you know, Zuter, who usually joins us, is from Netherlands, and that name's... is it from Netherlands? What language is this? There you go, Circle of Trust. And we'll have a quick look at your pain. We'll have a quick look at your pain, shall we? Oh, what could have been? What could have been here? We could have had DMPs all over the place in J-League. What happened in J-League? What happened to all of these guys? Did you know they were not going to play? Was this just throwing them out there for fun? Or did you actually expect these guys to play? That was tough. K-League. I thought my K-League lineups. This is making me feel better about my K-League lineups. But, again, look at this. If only the goalkeeper had played. Was the goalkeeper supposed to have played? This could have been a glorious lineup. I mean, it still got you a promotion, but what could you have won if the goalkeeper just played? Again here, goalkeeper's not playing. Oops, we're going too far out. We zoomed too far out. We went into hyperspeed. Let down here by some Belgians. Let down here by... Damn, he let you down. Matt rotting the team lineup here from inside out. Yeah, I see your pains. I see your pains. There's always like one player letting you down in quite a few lineups. It is Dutch. Getting quite a Dutch following on the channel now. And by Dutch following, I mean you and Zootert. Oh, sorry to see that. Sorry to see, Clips. If it makes you feel any better, we'll go back to looking at my lineups and we can look at how not to play Sorare again. What are we doing? What am I doing? Okay, is the Brentford team news out, actually? Is the Brentford team news? Okay, Kelleher plays, Thiago plays, Damgaards plays, Collins plays, and Jensen plays, which I think... If we go over to winter, let's get a little bit chilly, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where I was on the stream, on the chain last time I saw you, but I feel like I was on like step 1. Over the weekend, the best thing I've done on Sorare is I did this on like Friday night, this on Saturday. On Saturday, we got a bit of luck from Radu in goal. Basically, Liverpool, just about these two scraped over the line. But Radu played after Liverpool and he kind of saw us over the mark. If Man United had kept a clean sheet against Villa, we would have hit the streak with these two because Casemiro scored, Cunha scored, but then we went for 2 defenders because we were like, Manchester United at home, resting, no European football. Villa tired, on the way down. Villa just nicked that goal, unfortunately. But then, you know, we got it here. So today we're hoping Brentford, they're all playing. Kelleher, Collins, Damsgaard, Thiago, Jensen. If Brentford can do the business here, we need 380 points. So that's like a 60, a 60, a 60, a 60. And then we need, that would be 240. Then we need, no, we need more than that. We need a, oh God, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We need like an 80. We need 80s across the board. And maybe one player can get a 60, something like that. And if that fails, we're going to have some Thursday Europa League fun with Lyon, Betis, and Nottingham Forest. So let's hope Brentford do it. Clips confirms that was a throwaway lineup. Yeah, I know. It did seem suspicious with all of those DMPs. I should probably do that. I should probably just fill out DMP lineups. Oh, no, I don't have the goalkeepers. I don't have the goalkeepers to do that, even in Classic. Right, so let's hope Brentford do well. Get back on track, Amreezy. How did you do in Pro? We did Premier League. La Liga we were at. So Nicolas Pepe did his job. He scored. He was captain. But once again, Lewis Jr. Payne continues. Defensive, didn't keep a clean sheet. And Big Georgie, rubbish. Other lineup, Dimitrovic did well. Romero, a 17 from Romero. I mean, come on, mate. Blanco, average. Gomez, average. Oyarzabal, good. I think I'm going to have to stop playing the Villarreal stack. That's it. I think I need to just go Pepe and Oyarzabal up front. Midfield, the thing is, I've got no good. I think I just need to sell all of these cards, don't I? If anybody wants to buy all of my La Liga cards, DM me. And if you play MFL and you're willing to sell me a Mexican football club, DM me. I put DMPs in the leaderboard to get some free essence. Very good thinking. I basically did that. I should have done that, Clips. I put a semi-serious lineup out there, and it did as bad as if I'd have put nothing out. K-League. We needed to hit 340 points for hit streak number 1. Did we hit it? Did we? Beep. Yeah. Lee Dong-jung did good. Everyone else did bad. Even Celestine, who we just brought in for a tenner. What's he playing at? 49? His scores before were great. All in the green. Amreezy buys him. He's getting yellow scores. Oliveira, who we were saying was Mr. Reliable. 35 from the Chosen Boy. It might be free essence for a while in leaderboards. I might have to start deprioritizing leaderboard and just chucking out a playing lineup and then just claiming the essence and then trying to go harder in the streaks because we're not doing well. Stay tuned for the end of the video, which won't be that far ahead, where we build our lineups. We've got K-League midweek. Guys, I need to hit a streak 1 in K-League, not for the essence, not for the cash, for my pride, for self-respect at this point. Contender in season. I bought a card. If you're part of the Discord, you will have seen this. You will have seen join Amreezy's Discord. The links are around the channel. I would have shown you that just before the deadline, I had some market credits. I had $50 of market credits to spend, but I didn't want to spend any cash. So I just bought this card for like £2.80 or £1.40 with my market credits, and I let the rest of the market credits go to waste. Sorry, I let the market credits go to waste. $50 I could have had. I let it all go to waste apart from this guy. And he got an assist on his debut. Now, did the rest of the team do their job? Goalkeeper made a good save, but then he made a mistake. He wasn't a great score. When he saved the penalty, oh, we were looking at a 70-something score. Then what happened? That happened. Then his score went down to 45. What happened with the other defender? He made a mistake. He made a mistake. Error that led to goal. That'll be him. That'll be Amreezy's player. Hello. So he made a mistake. And then Cambindo, the striker who's been in blistering form, 3 goals in 3 games. A nice fixture here, away at Lyon. What did he do? Yellow card. Yellow card. That's about all he did. So, a miracle we didn't get relegated with 3 bad scores. I guess we captained the right player. Probably kept us in the division. Unless we're about to get relegated. There's still games to go. 2 points to reward. That's how close the margins are, people. That's how close the margins are. Clips is asking, aren't the K-League teams going to rest some players before this midweek? Ugh. Probably. Probably, Clips. Probably. So we might get scraped from essence and leaderboard. Let's see what the percentages are. We're going to have to trust the Sorare percentage calculations from Sorare Inside on that. Yeah, looking for foods, confirming it. Let's have a look when we build our lineups. 100 essence from this lineup because Crystal Palace. Dean Henderson didn't play in goal. Hilarious. Could have done better if Dean Henderson had played. Danny Olmo did well here. So 100 essence, 100 essence. It's bad. It's bad. Hundoozy's in the chat. Welcome, Hundoozy. Welcome, Hundoozy. How was your week, Hundoozy? Any lineups that we should take a look at? Any lineups that we should take a look at on stream? Any successes that you'd like to make me feel better about? So, I mean, this is it. All-Star Tigres drew 0-0, so the Tigres lineup didn't pay off. And 2 of them didn't start. Hilarious. And then this lineup, you know, Dynamo Zagreb did well. If only we had some in-season players to play with the Dynamo Zagreb boys for contender in season. Gonzalo Guedes got a double. So I made good decisions, you know, 200 essence here. But I didn't make enough good decisions. That's the soundbite from the weekend. I made some good decisions, but I didn't make enough good decisions. Stay tuned for more wisdom like that. Handoozy confirms, rubbish lineups all around for me. Poor few weeks. It's not going well, is it? It's not going well. It's falling off the bus. Amreezy and Handoozy falling off the bus. Did I bring in any new cards since Thursday's video? And do go watch Thursday's video if you didn't watch Thursday's video, because you will have missed me talking about the fact that I brought in a Vladimir Laronia. You know, that's good. I brought in a Vladimir Laronia for this 48 score this weekend, which I thought was going to be a lot higher because, you know, he gets a peak now and again. He gets a peak. Now and again, he gets a peak. I thought this weekend could have been a peak. As it turned out, wasn't a peak. Janino Rocker, I brought him in. Very confident about him. Brought him in because we thought we need a K-League striker. How's he going to do? Well, 37. 37 from big Janino Rocker. So I've not brought in any new cards apart from Sofian El Fauzi, who, to be fair, did give an okay score on his debut for the club. But let's be honest, we might get some more of these. This was a 1 week punt and it didn't pay off. Collection scores, it helps with the Schalke collection score, which is a whopping 3%, I think now. Can we find out quickly what the score is at? Should tell you, really. Should tell you without me having to calculate. It's at 2%. Schalke collection scores are now at 2%. We've now got the goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 1 midfielder. That's it. So a big score for the Schalke collection. What else do we need to do? Is there any controversial topics we need to talk about? People whinging about DMPs, people whinging in general. That's not just Sorare. That's Web3 games as a whole. People whinging all over the place. Here's my take. Stop whinging. Just play the game and have fun and enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Right. We are going to build some lineups. I think that's where we're at in the video, aren't we? Lineup building. So, midweek, we've got Champions League football, which, let's not get excited about that. I've got Chelsea cards and Tottenham cards. So, you know. I mean, and I've not got that many Tottenham cards anymore. I've got rid of most of them. So, I've got Chelsea cards. They're losing to PSG by 3 goals. They're out. I've got a Cherky. He's losing to Real Madrid. Handoozy's stirring the pot. Hope they never change DMPs. I just don't think the DMP solutions that people are providing are going to be as good as you think. A lot of people seem to think if you play DMPs, all of a sudden you're going to have high scores because your substitute's going to come in with a 70, 80 score. It's not going to work like that. Your life is going to be as miserable as it is with DMPs and without DMPs. So yes, it might help the gamer slightly. It might help bring on some new players, but it's not going to be as rosy as you think. I'm just going to play whatever Sorare throw at my face. I'm going to just accept whatever slop I get given. Guess the DMP this game week must be predicted to be 80%. Yeah, I like it. We'll guess it. Let's see who's going to let us down. So we've got Champions League, we've got K-League, and we've got a bit of All-Star where... Is there any Mexican football? Is there any Mexican football? There's K-League. There's a bit of Mexican football, but it's not Mexican football. It's Mexican v MLS. That cup where, you know, Tigres and Cruz Azul are there. So we should have some fun All-Star lineups to build. Let's bear that in mind. Let's not use all of our good classics. Let's start off with Champions League football because that's the one that's the least serious. Let's just throw a Chelsea lineup without thinking. Chelsea at home to PSG. Robert Sanchez in goal. Cucurella in defense. Actually, Arsenal. Arsenal at home to Leverkusen. That's a semi-serious fixture. Maybe you have one sub and a sub keeper and they get a substitute penalty. Not bad. I guess it's having the chance to solve the DMP even if it doesn't mean big scores. I like the idea of having a sub player. If you want my honest opinion, I like the idea of having a sub player that has a capped limit, because what I don't like the idea of is the idea that some players with huge agencies will be throwing a Saka, a Bellingham as their sub player. Now, yes, they're not going to waste their cards in, like, you're not going to waste a great card in that lineup, but I think it might make people feel a bit better in general if there's a capped limit, like there's a cap 50 on your sub, and that way you're not going to be throwing in a crazy score, and it will help you, because I'm sure we've all got lots of players left over in our galleries when we've built our lineups who are like, he can be the sub, he can be the sub. And I think if that's the type of player that we're throwing as our sub, that kind of energy of, he can be the sub, forget it, then I think it'll be fine. And then I think that's the DMP solution. But if Sorare don't want to do DMPs, it's not the end of the world for me. I can play with DMPs. If Sorare do want to introduce some DMPs, fine. Like I said, I'll deal with whatever you throw at me. Speaking of dealing with whatever you're going to throw at me, Caicedo? Gakpo, we don't trust anymore. Anthony Gordon didn't play the last game against Barcelona. He was on the bench. And yes, he scored in the league, but he scored in the league before Barcelona. So I think we just go Pedro. Because, you know, we're hoping Chelsea perform miracles with this lineup. And then I think we go Declan Rice. So we've got 2 Arsenal boys, and then we've got 3 Chelsea boys. And we captain Gabriel. Arsenal will need a big performance from him. So that's my semi-serious Champions League lineup. My non-serious one, where we're not going to waste any classic cards, will be a Tottenham defensive stack. Oh dear, no. Not Romero. He can't play apparently. Cherky maybe gets a game. Cole Palmer, why not? And then Anthony Gordon or Gakpo. Probably Gordon. And we captain Cole Palmer. Right. Don't think too much about it. Don't think too much about it. That's Champions League done. Let's go over to... We'll do Champions League Classic last, because I'm going to use my better Champions League cards in All-Star. So let's go K-League now. Okay. One thing I'm debating doing, and this feels wrong. I don't like doing this in Sorare. Does anybody ever suggest a lineup? Does anybody ever let the AI make your lineup for you? Because I just don't like doing it, because I feel like it's cheating, even though I have no success me doing it. But I am thinking now, do we just let AI build the K-League ones? Is that really bad? Like, if I suggest the lineup, this is what AI would suggest. They would suggest SBK in goal, my Celestine defender, the 2 Jongbuk players up top, and Lee Dong-jong as the classic card. Instinctively, I don't like having the defender from Jeju and not using the goalkeeper from Jeju. So let's change that. So maybe AI can suggest the initial lineup and we can just go in and tweak it. And then they'll probably... So we've got the defensive stack now from Jeju if we change that. I don't like AI building the lineups, because I think all they're doing is just picking the best power grading lineup, right? So I don't like that. We can do that ourselves. We can see here, power grade A. I don't know fully why, but again, we might have to go with the percentage scores on this week. Up front, Bruno Mottas are 70% chance to play, and he didn't start last game. He was benched last game. So I don't like the idea of starting Bruno Motta anymore. Junior Roca, 80%. Ludvigsen, 90%. And Kim Dae-won, 80%. We can't use a classic. So I think Junior Roca is the move here. He's got a home fixture. He's the striker. And do we have another Pohang player? Song Min Kyu. No, he's from the other team. He's from Seoul. Okay, so we need another class in-season card here. We could go the big man. We could go Matheus Oliveira. He didn't have a good score last game, but apparently he's the GOAT. And that's the narrative I'm trying to tell myself. Kimmy gave us a good score, but I quite like the idea of playing him with the other Jumbuck boys. So I'm guessing we go Oliveira. We leave the captaincy on Celestine, because yes, he had a bad score last game. But he's at home now. And also, we need to worry about the old boys. If some of these are going to be rotating, how old is Celestine? He's 28, 28, 28, 31, and he'll be like 28 or 29. So we've not got any 28 plus aged players. But and he's the only A power grade, but this guy's also A grade power grade. And he's playing oh no, he's playing against Jeju. He's playing against Jeju, so that doesn't make sense to play him against the defensive stack. So we'll play Oliveira in midfield and we'll use a different classic. We'll use, who does this guy play for? Kim Bong-soo. Maybe we play Kim Bong-soo with the striker from that team, DJO. He doesn't even know the team names. Is he an oldie? He's a 70%. I don't like the idea of picking him because he's a 70%. What about this guy? Kim Dae-won. He scores a bum rubbish. I think we go Kim Bong-soo. Or we go for a classic striker. Let's do it. Ludwigsen and his teammate, Kim Bong-soo, who's a bit of a risk because he's 70% for some reason. But if there's going to be random rotation, I can't predict that, can I? What can I do? I'm only human. If there's going to be rotation, there's going to be rotation. Maybe we shouldn't play a 70%. That tells me he's going to be rotated. But I've not got anyone who's 90%. Apart from him, but he's playing against my defensive stack, so he can't play. Oliveira's at 90%, but he's playing as the classic. Thomas Ode Coat. I feel like he should go with the Anyang defensive stack. This guy's supposed to play, but his scores are bad. Janino. Could go Janino. Oh, forget it. We'll risk it. We'll risk 170%. And then the other lineup will be... So my two teams are playing each other. Jumbuck are playing Anyang. So I think we play Jumbuck in streaks and Anyang as my leaderboard lineup. Sound good? Sound good. So we've got him, Kim, We've not got a defender because our defender's injured. How long's this boy out for? Hoodwink, if you ever watch this video, or if you don't, I'll message you after this because I need to find out how long Park Ji-soo's injured for. He was supposed to be a big card. This guy costs money. How much did I spend? Like 20 quid on this guy. How long is he out for? It didn't tell you like the other leagues where it says how long they're expected to come back for. So we might have to play this guy. And then we'll play a classic... Him. Captain him. He's the only A1. Dumb. Well done, Amreezy. SR Monkey can confirm. Meant to be out a couple of weeks. Okay, that's not too bad. Hopefully back soon then. I'll just wait then until he plays his first game back. And then I start picking him after that. Until then, we've got to break up the Anyang collection and put the defender in here with him. Right, we've got one more goalkeeper. That will go in leaderboards. And that will be a bit of an Anyang heavy lineup. But, as some wise person said in the chat, you know, put your DMPs in leaderboards because you're still going to win Essence. So we've got this goalkeeper from Anyang. Our best Anyang defender is being used elsewhere. We do have another Anyang defender in this guy, but he's apparently a 0% this week. So, God knows what's happening there. This guy is supposed to have a 60% chance of playing. from the citizens. He didn't play the last 2 games. Maybe if they rotate, and look, the other players are like 40%, 30%. He's 60%. We're going to have to trust our inside. That means we used our classic card. And we've got no in-season goalkeeper. No, God. Oh, God. Right, we're going to have to play an in-season defender. This guy's 40%. Lee Tae-Hei. He's been scoring well lately. Why is he at 40% all of a sudden? Well, he's going to have to play. This is our leaderboard lineup where we're not as precious. We're going to have to play a DMP classic midfielder. Oliveira in midfield. Here we go. I mean, it's an Anyan collection. It's an Anyan collection. Then we're going to need 2 in-season forwards. Big Juninho steps forward. Or does he? Because he's an 80% chance to play. And we do have a 60%. We've got to play the 280s, right? They're playing each other. So I guess that's okay. They can both score goals. I get these 2 teams confused because they both play in black and red stripes, and I'm always confused which one's the sideways one and which one's the AC Milan one. Seoul are AC Milan. Steelers are sideways AC Milan. Right. Steelers S sideways. Pohang sideways. But Seoul to begins with S. Oh, God. Oh, God. Kerry's got some long chat. Here we go. Don't know why having 1 sub position isn't a thing. Scores would obviously increase and Sorare would sell more clubs. I really like the suggestion. I think it was David who suggested this on one of the Ramble streams. I really like the idea he suggested where he was like, don't change do what you're saying. Have as many subs as you want, or 1 per position. And all you do is you don't change the targets in streaks. But don't give cash prizes out for streaks 1 and 2 like they do in K-League. That saves the cash for Sorare so they don't have to pay out as much cash. And then save the cash for later on. I like that idea. And your idea of having subs. Yeah, I don't really have a strong position either way. I do think something needs to get done. But I don't want it to harm players on a smaller budget or with less cards. Because a lot of Sorare people say, I see this getting said a lot, it's really off-putting to new managers if they have a DMP and they're like, what kind of a game is this where you have a DMP? But if they're a new manager with only like 10 cards, it's going to be hard for them to build good lineups with substitutes. So that's also going to put them off because they're going to go, well, this game only suits managers with huge galleries. So I think a cap on your subs is a good idea. And I do think if Sorare reduce some of the prizes, but keep the targets the same, so it's still hittable. Because what you don't want is the target to be really high, subs to come in, and then we don't hit the targets anymore. So, yeah, it's a tricky one. I don't sympathize with Sorare in this decision. It's going to be a tricky one, whatever they do. Captain Oliveira in this lineup, because you always captain Oliveira unless you're playing streaks and you captain the defender. Right, this is my leaderboard lineup. Let's see how that hurts me. I think he's going to hurt me, obviously, in defense. And I think one of these strikers is not going to play. And then I think in the pro... Where's pro gone? I think in pro, the striker from Jumbuk's going to hurt me. Motta, he's going to hurt me. And this guy's going to hurt me. So, you know, we've got pain coming. Should we swap these 2 around? No, because he's playing this defensive stack. There are my K-League lineups. Can we finally hit streak number 1? Oh, it's a bit hot in here. Let me put the aircon on. Aircon. Get on. Should have turned that on before the stream. Right then. K-League done. Champions League done. On to All-Star. We've not got many lineups to build this week, guys. Not got many lineups to build. We've got a Division 1, a Division 1, a Division 2, and a Division 2. Let's build 1 Division 1, shall we? And let's see how strong we're feeling. So, we've got a Europa League Classic lineup to build again. Do we have an extended deadline on that again? Why didn't Dean Henderson play for Crystal Palace? We've got an extended deadline on that. Do we have an extended deadline on Champions League? No. So, once again, we can go in for some... Wait, that's Championship. That's the wrong one. Europa League Classic. This one, once again, with a Crystal Palace Pain lineup. We didn't pick Wharton last game, and he did well, didn't he? No, he did well against Spurs. All right, no, Wharton, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Elliot Anderson, if he plays, would be nice. But they're saying he's a 40% chance to play. Why? Surely he plays. They need him. Anderson and Gibbs White, we need big performances from them. Sarr from Crystal Palace, and then one more. One more. Could gamble on Pau Victor again. Didn't do it last game. But he's had no weekend football, so he's had a full week's rest to think about what he did. Captain Pau Victor. Why not? And we've got an extended deadline on that, so let's try and... Although last time the deadline was like... was still not before the... I don't know why there's an extended deadline if we can't see the team news. Why isn't it like 1 hour before kickoff? Or like 15 minutes before kickoff? Or it might be before the Wednesday games. So we can check the Wednesday games. Ah, I see. So it's before the Wednesday games. All right, well, at least see if Pau Victor's playing. That's why he's captain, because we should know if he definitely plays or not. Did that make sense? Probably not. Right, All-Star. Tigres are playing Cincinnati at home. Now, Guzman did terrible in the last game against Cincinnati. As you can see here, they lost 3-0. He made an error that led to goal. But this time it's in Mexico. Maybe Cincinnati are going to be complacent. Maybe they're going to think, we've won this game. Tigres aren't going to do anything. We've also got an Andre Onana, who's playing 16th in the table. And he's been doing okay lately. We've also got a big Carlos Miguel. Big Miggy, who's been putting up some big scores. And he's playing Botafogo at home, who are 17th. That's the best fixture. That is the best fixture. Why is it a D, though? Is he gonna get rested? He does randomly get rested. We've seen him get rested before, chap. We saw him get rested here against Correa. We saw him get rested here. And now he's a D. Do Sorare know something that we don't? Last time he played Botafogo, that's not Botafogo, and that's not Botafogo. Last time he played a team with a black and white hexagon shape as the Sorare logo, he got a 34 and then a 44. Does he not play well against Sorare logos that have black and white? Is that why he's a D? Why is Sanchez an A? I mean, come on, Sorare. Wake up. There's no way Sanchez is an A. They're going to get battered. Oh, Aquas is in the chat. Welcome, Aquas. Thanks for joining us. And once again, Aquas. I feel like Aquas FUT doesn't get involved too much in the chat, but when he does, it's solid advice. It's like you just wait for Amreezy to say something stupid, and then you go, he needs help now. I will help. Thank you, Aquas. You are correct. He doesn't have a percentage. So surely when he gets a percentage, he's an A or a B. Therefore, Carlos Miguel is our Division 1 goalkeeper. Right then. Cruz Azul are playing Monterrey. It's an all-Mexico clash. But last time against Monterrey, he didn't play. And then he did play at the weekend, but he did terrible. Look at this. Since owning Willadita, I bought him after this 55. Since I have owned a Willadita Sorare card, he's had a DNP, and he's had a score where he made an own goal and a penalty conceded. I'm sorry, Cruz Azul fans. I have cursed Willadita. I have cursed him. Eric Garcia, we should probably save for a Champions League classic lineup. So it could be Gonzalo Piovi. It could be... Makes sense to put the Tigres boys together, even if they're going to have a bad score. Trent, back in England. Trent Alexander-Arnold didn't play midweek, so he should be fresh for this Man City game. But again, probably should play him in the Champions League lineup. Santiago Nunez. It's not looking good, is it? We've definitely not got enough for 2 Division 1 lineups. So I think we go Cruz Azul, which is POV. And we're not going to go Ditter. We're going to go POV. Or do we go both of them? Tigres, Tigres. They'll be together in the Tigres lineup. These will be together in the Champions. I think maybe we go one Champions League. You know what? Maybe we go Lewis Hall. Maybe we go Lewis Hall. Someone who we're not going to pick in the Champions League lineups, but who still might score okay. Pedro Porro. Not going to pick him in Champions League, but maybe he does okay. Someone like that. Or we go Crystal Palace defender and we take out the best Crystal Palace defender from that lineup, which is LaCroix, and we put Mitchell. We swap Mitchell. Yeah, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Because this lineup's not going to do anything, and I feel like we're wasting the good Crystal Palace defender. Richards, not LaCroix. Richards, look at these scores. Richards is on fire right now. So we take Richards out of this lineup that's probably not going to do anything, and we put him in All-Star because he can't play in the Champions League. Mitchell fills his boots. He can't get relegated from that lineup as well. And then All-Star Division 1 is where we play our... That's sensible. I'm sorry, but that's just good, sensible thinking. And then because we're sticking with the Cruz Azul boys here, we'll pick another Cruz Azul player. Maybe we go for the team bonus here. Correa didn't play for Tigres at the weekend. Came off the bench. So, no, but he goes with the Tigres lineup. He goes with the Tigres lineup. We could play this K-League striker who's not going to score well. Oh, I should have played this guy at the weekend. He came off the bench, but he did the business. So I'm picking him in this lineup. We play one Brunetta in this lineup and one Brunetta in the Tigres lineup. And then we need one more football player. Julian Alvarez at Spurs. We did demolish them last game. But again, would that be better used in Champions League Classic? I think so. I think we go for another Cruz Azul player. I think we go Paradella. Where's Paradella? Although his form's a bit dodgy lately. Form's a bit dodgy for Paradella, but he probably plays. Jeremy Marquez. I think if we're building... but then we're not going to get the team bonus because we've got 2 Cruz Azul cards. We've not got team bonus anyway. We could go for another Tigres card. Could go for a Correa. Lainez and Correa. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer. You know. Yes, I don't think Chelsea are going to beat PSG. But if they get a penalty, Cole Palmer's going to take the penalty. Enzo Fernandez, another one with that kind of logic. Yes, I think Chelsea will lose. But Enzo Fernandez usually does well in big games. Oh, no. Don't tell me I've lost it all. Good. Rafinha. I feel like we're wasting Champions League cards if we do that. Right. Here comes a big call. I am going to not do Champions League Classic. And I'm going to put my best cards in All-Star. So, Rafinha at home, just off a hat-trick against Sevilla as well. How many minutes did he play? 82. You got to play Rafinha against Newcastle when they need a win. That means I take out POV and chuck in Eric Garcia in there because Eric Garcia has been benched in the last 2 games for God knows what reason. Will he play in the Champions League? What are RotoWire saying? RotoWire predict Garcia, Cancelo, Kubrasi, Martin, Garcia. There he is. They also predict Rafinha. They also predict Dani Olmo. I could go for like one lineup pro Barcelona, the other pro Newcastle. The one in Division 1 obviously being pro Barca. So we go Eric Garcia in defense. Look at this. A. The power gradings are enjoying this. This is all A power grades. And then possibly Julian Alvarez. What we saying, Rotowire? Give me the confirmation bias that I so desperately seek. Julian Alvarez returning to England, playing up front with Anton Griezmann. I mean, he came off the bench. I don't know what Simeone's doing with Alvarez. If anybody knows, let me know. Because he's like benching him in one game, starts against Spurs, goals and assists. Benches is here, starts here, bench, start, bench, start, bench, start. He's literally bench, start, bench, start, bench, start. And if that's the maths, then he plays against Spurs. And it's Spurs. So Julian Alvarez is kind of makes sense. Captain Rafinha. It's a strong looking lineup. Because I'm not putting those Champions League boys in Champions League, that looks like a very strong lineup to me. My head's blocking Alvarez and Rafinha, but trust me, that's a strong lineup. Right, then we'll build a Tigres lineup, which I'm not confident about. But we've got to do it because we've got all the cards. Tigres. Where's my Tigres defender from Santos, who I just bought? Scroll all the way down. Where is he? Laronia, where are you? There he is. Wasn't as low as I thought. Tigres. And I feel like we're not going to put another Tigres player with them because... Oh, we could go Jesus Garza, actually. Just the scores are average for Jesus Garza. Average scores. But, yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not going to do him, and we're not going to do Laronia in defense. Because we're going to break up the Tigres a bit. With a POV, with a bit of sprinkling of Cruz Azul. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of Cruz Azul in defense. And we're going to sprinkle in a bit of Chelsea. And then Enzo Fernandez. A captain. Ooh, captaincy is a tricky one this week. I guess Enzo. Guess a captain Fernandez. Nice to have a Chelsea card in there. It's just nice to see a Chelsea card with all those Mexican cards. That's why we like All-Star. Right. That's a good All-Star lineup if Tigres do well. Which we're not certain about. They're not going to do well, are they? Okay, changing my mind. I'm going to put these two. Make your mind up, Amreezy. I'm going to go back to my full Tigres idea and play those other guys in another All-Star lineup. So, who was the last Tigres player? Garza, and then we captain Brunetta. That's the Tigres lineup. Is Juan Brunetta captain in two lineups? No. Rafinha's captain in this one. Full Tigres stack in this lineup. And then this one is where the Enzo Fernandez goes with an Onana in goal. Piovi finally getting his game in here. Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer. So we'll go for a bit of a Chelsea flavour in this one. With Caicedo, Palmer, Enzo. Not backing Chelsea defence because I don't think they're keeping a clean sheet against PSG. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oof. Tempted. I'm tempted to put Trent in here. Now, yes, Chelsea are going to struggle defensively, but, oh, we could go Newcastle as well. I don't know why I've got a feeling Newcastle might beat Barcelona. They almost beat them in the other leg. But will they keep a clean sheet? Probably not. Kirkez at home to Galatasaray. Didn't play against Spurs. But look at these scores. No, we can't go Liverpool. My Discord was full of Liverpool fans this weekend just telling me how bad they are. So I've gone off Liverpool players. Who are we putting in defence? Do we go for the Cruz Azul double up? Do we give Willa Ditter another chance? I think we have to. Why not? Third time's a charm with Willa Ditter. And we've got POV from Cruz Azul as well. So we've got the double up there in defence. Kind of makes sense. And then we need one striker. Will Nicholas Jackson start for Bayern Munich? SR Monkey. That better be a joke. And if it's not, I'm going to use it for a bit of free, shameless publicity. Hi, everybody. Do you like Amreezy content? Have you always wanted to continue the conversation with me or while I'm off stream? Don't worry. There's a new thing called Amreezy's Discord. It's about 2 weeks old now. And there's a Sorare room. There's an MFL room. And if you want to continue the conversation with me, don't be like SR Monkey, who I don't think's in the Discord yet, even though I sent him a nudge. Join the Discord now. Amreezy Discord. For everyone who wants to continue the conversation with me after I stream. And also, that's where I share my stream news. If I'm going on stream, I don't go around the Discords now saying, hey, I'm going to be streaming at 1, everybody join me. No, I just post it in the news section of the Amreezy Discord. So if you want to stay up to date with Amreezy news, please be SR Monkey. You better be joking, because I have invited you. I sent you a personal link to that Discord. Check your Discord DMs. There's a nice little join Amreezy's Discord auto invite thing. Right. What was I thinking? Is Nicholas Jackson going to play for Bayern Munich? Because last time I played Nicholas Jackson was in the Champions League when Harry Kane wasn't playing. He's suspended for the Bundesliga games because he's foolishly got himself sent off. Chelsea fans will know that Nicholas Jackson's prone to doing that. And he's a 60% chance to play this game. He played the last game. I'm guessing, is Harry Kane still suspended? Because they're like 6 million goals up. Do they need to play Harry Kane? They can rest Harry Kane, right? At home. Play Nicholas Jackson. And then even if they do play Harry Kane, what do we think the odds of Jackson coming off the bench on like 60 minutes and against the demoralized Atalanta team? Could he score off the bench? Oh, what are we going to do with Nicholas Jackson? And also, he's suspended for the next league game, so the manager knows he can play him in the Champions League game where it's already been won, and he can't play the league after anyway, so it makes sense to play Harry Kane in the league the next game and Nicholas Jackson in this game. Also, side note, I've not really got any good strikers to play alongside him. Juka is an option, but I don't want to play Juka against my Cruz Azul centre-backs. Even though he scored his first goal for a long time this weekend, we're happy. We're happy. Happy for Juka, but the other idea is João Pedro. We go for the Chelsea attack. But I think we've played João Pedro in season, haven't we? We've got a couple of K-League strikers, but I'm thinking of playing them in the quick play. Anthony Gordon is on my mind, but I don't know where have I played Anthony Gordon. I've played him somewhere else. I think it's got to be Nicholas Jackson. Cambindo's playing Chivas. Away. Chivas away. I don't like that. I'm going Jackson. Also, he's got the Chelsea shirt on. It matches the Chelsea shirts. It looks visually good. Captain Enzo. Yeah, I got a good feeling about that one. I think those are my serious lineups, guys. I'll fill out the rest in my own time, in my off time. There'll be a non-serious Champions League lineup. And there'll be a non-serious under-23 lineup. We need to build... Last thing we'll build before we go today will be quick play. Where we're on streak 2. We've got 2 days to do it. 2 days. We hit it with Songmin Q. Smashed it, actually. Needed to hit 54. It got 76. He's been a good card. I need to start playing him in serious. I think I am playing him in serious. Right. We've got an option here. And then on Wednesday, have we played our Ludwigsen? Ludwigsen's been used. So we don't have any cards that we can play in that game. Oh, God. Everyone, we've used everyone. I've got no cards to play in this silly quick play thing. I'm not going to get the $10 market credit. Oh, no, wait. We've got, We've got loads of games. We've got the John Book game. We've got Jeju. We've played the Jeju defensive stack in our best streak lineup. So I think it's going to be those John Book strikers that are like not expected to play. Like Thiago Orbo. he's getting a game. And Breno, Herculano, or Jukic can get a game. Jukic has got the higher percentage of playing. So maybe we actually go one Jukic. And then the next player we go... Orbo? Yeah, Orbo. Because he's a bagsman. As Hoodwink says, Orbo's a bagsman. Right, they both need to come off the bench and score, basically. And then we get a whopping $10 market credits. That's £7.50 to you and me. Right, that's my video this week, guys. I'm going to be back with James tomorrow for a MFL video. And then I've got Sid and Kev coming on Wednesday on a Planet FL video. And if you're not into MFL, don't worry. On Thursday, I'll be back with a Sorare video, much like this one, where we look at how my lineups did midweek, how my lineups are going to look at the weekend. Have I bought any new cards? Who knows? We'll see. Join me on Thursday for that. Thanks for watching. Kerry, SL Monkey, Aqua's FUT, Looking for Food, Handoozy, Clips, all you legends who got involved in the chat. Thank you. Thank you to the lurkers. And thank you to everybody watching in the future who will hopefully like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. I'll see you next time. Peace.